VHS Super Update with your host, Jax Russell. Hey everybody, welcome to the Super VHS Update. I'm your host, Jax Russell. Yeah, lots to go through today. I have about 30 takes to show y'all. It starts out even before the big move, so when I was still living in the Bathurst town. So yeah, so what do you say we get started? Just, because it's going to take a while. Knowing me, I'm going to talk a lot, so let's just get right into it. So I got 4 that I bought when I was still living in Bathurst before I moved. Here we go. Bought these at Derek's secondhand shop, one there with Lucas. Picked up Con Air. This was actually a Lucas recommendation. I never actually saw this one to this day. I remember I've heard so much about it. I don't think I've ever heard a bad comment on it, but I just never got around to watching it. But now I can because I own it on VHS. Yes. But yeah, Con Air. Good actors. Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, John Malkovich, and I think Steve Buscemi's in this one too. Yeah, Steve Buscemi. So, calls for a good time. I also picked up Death Becomes Her. Another Lucas recommendation. He had just watched this at the time I found it. And this one I watched, and I enjoyed it. It's directed by Robert Zemeckis. Yeah, Mr. Back to the Future himself. And it was great. It has Meryl Streep, Bruce Willis, and Goldie Hawn. And it's a great dark comedy. I really enjoyed it. And Bruce Willis's performance is so great that you forget it's Bruce Willis. It's Bruce Willis like you've never seen him before. It's so not his usual type of character, and it's really enjoyable. It just shows what a good actor he is. So yeah, Death Becomes Her. Really great. This one I was happy to find. It is The Town That Dreaded Sundown from 1977. This was a made-for-TV movie. This is the Good Times edition, so it's in the LP mode. Not a big fan of that. I think that all VHSs should be in the SP mode, for best quality, but whatever. It was $1, so I'm glad to have found it. I've been wanting to pick it up for a while. Haven't checked it out yet, though. I haven't had the time, but looking forward to it. And I also picked up, this was my last hangout with the boys. We hit the flea market, and I found Runaway with Tom Selleck. I've been wanting to find this movie for a long time. The villain is played by none other than Gene Simmons. Really great 80s sci-fi action cheese fest. Yeah, and the tape was actually broken. Well, the flap here was missing, and Lucas, Mr. VHS Wizard, I gotta thank him because he fixed it for me. He took the flap off of one of his defective VHSs and just did the old switcheroo, and it looks great, plays great. So yeah, thank you, Lucas. So those are the ones I picked up before I moved, and since I moved. Oh wait, sorry, one last one. Forgot about this one. Same flea market that I got Runaway. Got Spider-Man, The Tablet of Time. Like I've said before, I try to pick up all of these that I can, all the Spider-Man clamshells. This was my 3rd one, so I love it. Since most of these 90s episodes aren't on DVD, gotta love it. So when Sarah and I first moved to Moncton, I found a flea market called Dexter's Flea Market, which, if you look in my recent videos, I did a video going there. But my first trip there, didn't have the camera on me, but I found some cool stuff. Found Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, Better Watch Out. This is actually a screener copy, so every now and then it says, not for sale or rent. I actually didn't finish this one. It wasn't that great, but it's cool to own. It has Bill Moseley in it, so it was cool. Probably finish it someday, but not as good as the first one. The controversial classic, so yeah. Also picked up Step Monster, produced by Roger Corman. So yeah, it has Alan Thicke from Growing Pains fame. I love Growing Pains, but he's very different. He plays a father in this one too, but he's very different. He's a lot more of a jerk in here than he is in Growing Pains. And basically how it goes is that he has a son and a wife, and his wife dies, killed by this creature, and he falls in love with this woman who, don't worry, this isn't a big spoiler, she turns out to be the creature. And the kid knows it, and of course the father won't believe him. So yeah, Step Monster. What's great about this is that it has Corey Feldman in it. It has a small role, really surfer-ish, like, yeah, dude, like, you know. Like, so that was great. Step Monster. And the last one I picked up that day at that flea market is the 1979 version of Dracula with Frank Langella as Dracula. Haven't watched it yet, but I thought this was a cool tape to have. It's on MCA Home Video. Looks like a cool collector's item. Oh, wouldn't you say? And then I went to a thrift store, picked up 6 tapes that day. I love behind-the-scenes stuff for movies, so I got these 2 here. Through the Eyes of Forrest Gump and Braveheart, A Filmmaker's Passion. Little did I know is that I have the DVD for Forrest Gump, so little did I know is that this one is actually on a special feature. As a special feature on the DVD. So, yeah, but it was only $1, so whatever, still cool to own. And, well, Braveheart, I don't know if this is on the DVD, but I don't have the DVD, so I have the VHS, so this will look good on the shelf next to my VHS. Gotta love some behind-the-scenes footage. Also picked up this cool music VHS. It's In Excess, Greatest Video Hits, 1980 to 1990. I like the original In Excess. Not a big fan of their new lineup, but the original was the best. This is a cool VHS. Opens up. So yeah, gonna be rocking to some In Excess. And I got a Muppets tape, Meet the Muppets. I think there's like a few episodes on here of the Muppet Show, so that's cool. With the new movie coming out, I thought this would be cool to own. I also got The Best of the Kids in the Hall. You have like 5 episodes on here. This is great. I love Kids in the Hall. I love their brand of humor. I'm a big fan of SNL, so this is pretty close to SNL. This was produced by Lorne Michaels, executive producer and creator of SNL, so gotta love it. And this just looked cool. It's on media. It's The Wild Pair with Beau Bridges and Bubba Smith from Police Academy fame. I can't talk today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Got some music. Listening to music. I can't talk at the same time. Anyway, yeah, Bubba Smith from Police Academy fame. This just looks like a cool action movie. It's actually also directed by Beau Bridges. So yeah. Again, I haven't watched this one, but it just looks cool. And there were like stickers, thrift store stickers, and it's all gummy. So thanks to my Goo Gone, it's all nice and smooth now. Got rid of all those sticker residues. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going through the order that I bought these. Trying to anyway. These I picked up on my second trip to Dexter's, which you've seen. That one I had the camera with me. So, Ghoulies 3, you've seen me pick that up. And another Spider-Man clamshell, Secret Wars. Okay, but what you didn't see, what I didn't know at the time, is that inside the case is not Spider-Man, but Timmy the Tooth. What a jip! What pisses me off is that I usually always look in the case to make sure it's the right tape, and the one time I forget, the one time I was just too excited, I'm like, oh cool, another Spider-Man clamshell, that makes 4. Now I get home, and Timmy the Tooth. And I went back to Dexter's the following week, and I was just looking. I didn't tell anyone, but I was just looking through the tapes to see if I couldn't see a Timmy the Tooth box with a Spider-Man inside. No luck. So yeah, it sucks, but what you gonna do? Happens to every VHS collector at least once in a while. But then later on, I think the next week, I went to spin it, and I found this awesome clamshell of Alice, Sweet Alice. It's a very sought-after horror movie from 1970. It says 1977 here, but I think it was actually 78 or 76. It has a very young Brooke Shields. So yeah, pretty cool tape. There's no label on it, and has kind of some edge wear on it, but still a cool collector's item nonetheless. And that same trip to spin it, I found Saturday Night Live, the 25th anniversary special. This is a 2-tape edition, and as you can see, it's cut. It's a former rental, which is a shame, but I didn't care because it's such a great special. It was filmed live. It's kind of like an award show. You have like people, a bunch of people from back in the days of SNL, just talking, and then they show like old clips, and it's just really a great special. I recommend it for any SNL fan. Alright, and then my next trip to the thrift store, I've been looking for this tape since like 2004. Lucas had it, he had a VHS dub of this, and he lent it to me back in the day, and I thought it was a cool, cheesy 80s flick, and I kept looking for it on eBay. It was just too expensive, but I found it for 50 cents at the thrift store. I couldn't believe it. It only took me 7 years, and it's The Invisible Kid. Really cheesy 80s comedy. It has Jay Underwood. A lot of you may remember him better from Uncle Buck. He plays Bug. So yeah, this is just so great. This little science wizard who invents something that ends up making him invisible, and of course, him and his friend, first thing they want to do is go to the girls' locker room. So yeah, and they go in the girls' locker room, and I didn't remember this, but you actually, like, the girls are like having like towel fights, you know, topless and everything. I was like, what? This is PG. And I asked Lucas, was that in your version? He's like, oh yeah. I was like, wow, okay. But yeah, really great to find. Never released on DVD, so yeah, for 50 cents, I was thrilled. My jaw dropped. So yeah, Invisible Kid. And at that same trip, this was another blast from the past. I actually totally forgot about this cartoon. It's Bucky O'Hare. Y'all remember this from the early 90s? It's that green rabbit astronaut dude. I remember very little of this show, but I thought this was great to find. I don't even know if this is on DVD. It has 2 episodes on here. On the Blink and Home Swampy Home. So yeah, great find, blast from the past. And that same trip to the thrift store, I picked up Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles. I know it's a pretty crappy movie, but I have Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2, so I thought, just to complete the set, you know, why not? 50 cents. It's funny. When I go to the thrift store, depending on who's working, sometimes they'll charge me 50 cents a tape, sometimes $1 a tape. So I never know, but 50 cents or $1, both good deals. Can't go wrong. Pick these next 2 at Frenchie's. 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick, classic. I actually didn't own this, so I needed it in my collection. Who can that be, boys and girls? Okay, sorry about that, folks. Wrong number. That sucks, because I'm sitting here by the phone desperately. I'm waiting, you know, I've been applying for jobs, so I'm waiting by the phone. And when it's a wrong number like that, what a tease! But anyway, yeah, so the next tape I picked up at Frenchie's is Smashing Pumpkins, Viewphoria, 1994. So yeah, I like the Smashing Pumpkins, you know. I'm not a big, like, hardcore fan, but I do like their music, so I thought this would be cool to own. So yeah, Smashing Pumpkins. And then these next 6 are, again, from the thrift store. I go to the thrift store at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, because they always seem to get new stock of VHSs, and I can find some cool stuff. So during my next trip to the thrift store, I found the Marvel Comics video library of Fantastic Four versus the Mole Man, which is great. This is on the Prism Entertainment label. Remember they had the Marvel collection, the clamshells? This one is cut, which is unfortunate, but still a great collectible. As you can see, there's Spider-Man right there, because there's a Fantastic Four episode and a Spider-Man episode. So I thought this was a cool collector's item. So why not? And then I picked up, this is just cool, I love the cover art, The Final Countdown on Vestron. Never did see the movie, but I've seen this box art quite a bit. And this stars Kirk Douglas and Martin Sheen, so really great. My girlfriend's parents actually, they told me about it, and it's supposed to be a really great movie. So, Final Countdown. Can't help but think of the Europe song. Final Countdown. Schindler's List. Steven Spielberg, classic, which I actually never did see Schindler's List. I just never really had an interest of seeing it, but it's supposed to be a classic. It's the best picture of 1993, won an award, so I thought, well, it looks in great shape. Would look good in my collection, so why not? And then the last 3 picked up last week, again at the thrift store. got the CBS Fox edition of Bill Cosby himself. This is supposed to be a great concert, like a stand-up show. My mom actually has been telling me about this for years and years. I used to watch the Cosby Show, and she always used to tell me about this concert. And to this day, I've never seen it, but I found this copy. It looks in great shape, so can't wait to watch it. My mom recommended it, so gotta watch it. I remember seeing this one on TV. Not on DVD as far as I know. I'm happy to find a copy. Babes in Toyland. 1986 has Keanu Reeves, the girl from The Stepfather, and a very young Drew Barrymore. So this is really great. It also has Mr. Miyagi himself, Pat Morita. So this is just great to find. Like I said, not on DVD as far as I know, so could really use a copy of it. I remember it being cool, cheesy 80s Christmas fun. So why not? And last but certainly not the least, I heard someone talking about this. I can't remember who. It might have been Andy the Dream Warrior, but I can't remember for sure. But I thought it looked cool and I found it, so I jumped on the chance. It's called Remote Control. It's with Matt Dillon's ugly brother, Kevin Dillon. Yeah, this is, I don't know, it's not the greatest movie, but the concept is awesome. It's a dude that works at this dude right here, Kevin Dillon, works at a video store, and they have this 50s sci-fi movie that when everyone rents it, they get like hypnotized, and they see themselves in the movie, and you know, they become murderous, and they want to kill, and it's really weird. It really wasn't like that great, but just the concept of it is awesome, and the fact that he works at a video store, like you actually see the video store has like VHSs, and you actually can see, you know, I was spotting movies. Oh, look at this, look at that, look at the Teen Wolf poster and the, you know, Reanimator poster, and I liked it for that reason only. The fact that you see lots of video stores, like just like you remember them from back in the day when you were a kid, VHS everywhere. So it's worth it on that part. Definitely pick it up if you find it, just for that, just to see the old video stores. The story itself, not that great. You know, it got kind of boring and dragged on, and I didn't care too much for the story, but I will watch it again just to see the cool video store setting. So yeah, Remote Control, 1987. So that is my VHS update for the last two and a half months. Sorry it took me so long. Like I had said in my last update, I had moved and just kind of got lazy when it came to the video making. But thanks for watching, guys, and I promise I won't take that long to make my next video. And keep on rocking, and peace out!